What up, everybody? Thank you for joining the Ask Pat Man TV. I know it's been a minute since I made a video. I'm so sorry, y'all. I truly miss you all. So this time I had to come back with a treat. You see, I got the New Orleans hat on, so you know what that means. We gonna be cooking something. When I say a treat, literally, we're making a treat. Today we gonna be making the pecan candies, or some folks may say pecan or perlines or pralines, or hey, it's all of the above. Whatever you want to call it, is that candy. So yeah, we gonna be doing the pecan candy today. Y'all stay tuned. Alright, so I'm gonna show y'all the ingredients we have. Alright, so we got the pot. We have sugar. Oh, let me see. There it is. We have the pot, we have sugar, got the pecans. I do the pecans. Hey, look, we not gonna worry about how it's pronounced today, alright? Y'all just go with the flow. So we got the pecans, we got the evaporated milk. You gotta have the evaporated milk. Vanilla abstract. Me, I use the measuring cups, okay? Some folks may say they can do this without all that. Look, but I got the measuring cup. And the butter. This is unsalted butter. I like the unsalted. You can use salted, whatever you want. This is just a half a stick. Okay? And then you also need to have your, what is it? Wax paper set up. I went on ahead and put double sheets due to this texture of this little island. I just doubled it up. So, got the wax paper. Alright? So yeah, let's go ahead and get this started. Y'all see what time it is. It's 7:34 on this. So let's just say 7:35 right now, alright? So I'm gonna try to do this where y'all can see it is going. So the clock says 7:35. I'm gonna turn the stove to 6.5. Go ahead and get your evaporated milk in there right now. Get that going. You don't want to try to let your pot get hot before you have something in there. Got the evaporated milk. Alright. So also, I said this was a half a stick of butter. I'm going to go ahead and do half of that. Alright? Because I'm going to only use 1 can of the evaporated milk. So, half of that. Bam. I could have used the whole thing. But for this one, I'm going to just do the half. Alright. Go ahead and get your vanilla abstract. Vanilla abstract. Go ahead and get that. You want to do 2, what is it? Teaspoons. 2 teaspoons of your vanilla abstract. So, 1. Oh, messed the shirt up. Y'all don't be as sloppy as I am with that. Look, I messed the shirt up. I ain't gonna put the shirt back in the video, y'all. Y'all can't see that. Alright, vanilla abstract done. Go ahead and rinse the little spoon out. The little measuring spoon. 2 teaspoons. 2 teaspoons with the measuring spoon. Alright. So then, let's clean that up. Alright. So now you want to go ahead and get your sugar. You want to get your sugar. Okay. Now you need 2 cups. 2 teaspoons, 2 cups. Let me get me a spoon so I can mix this up. What I'm going to use to mix it. Let's see. What do I want to use? Let me pause it. Alright, so I went on ahead and just got a metal spoon. Alright. So 2 cups. 2 full cups of sugar. So, that's 1 cup. Let me go ahead and mix that in right quick. Let me move this out the way. Mix that first cup in. So I don't want it to just sit there. Alright, mix that first cup in. Now the clock says, let me give me something to sit this on. Now the clock says 7:39. But the milk was still cooking, so we good. Butter melting. Alright, that's the second cup. Bam. Got the sugar done. Y'all, this is pretty simple, yeah. The hardest thing with this is just letting it cook long enough. Because this is what I found. The reason why I used half a stick. That half a stick would have been fine. But it would have had to go a little bit longer. So you want to watch for the color. You want to watch for the consistency of it. And it's just pretty much letting it cook longer. The longer you let it cook with not so much butter, you'll know it's done. Because that color will come together and you'll see that consistency of it. If it's still liquidy like, it's not ready. Let me pause this. All I'm doing right now is stirring it. It's 7:40. My fire is at like 6:30. Once that steam start really coming, I'm going to go ahead and shoot it. I'm going to turn it down to 5. So I'm going to keep going down to full setting. So if it's at 6:30, I can go down to 5:30, but I'm going to go ahead and move it down to the number 5. Alright? The steam's starting to come. So in a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and turn it down to 5. Give me a minute. Okay, y'all. Everything that I was done with, I went on ahead and put up. Like I said, the heat has started in the pot. So I went on ahead and turned it down. Now, y'all can see the steam coming up. Alright. The reason why you turn the the fire down, because you had it up high just to get your stuff hot. Now that it's hot, because you see the steam, you turn it down. You turn it down because you don't want it to scorch. If you start seeing it scorch, like when you rubbing that bottom, you want to rub the bottom of the pot. When you rubbing that bottom, if it start looking like it got some type of I ain't gonna say not like breading, but it started sticking to the bottom. Now it got a little floury texture or whatnot, then turn it down. It ain't flour, but as if it's something floating, if it's not still liquid, turn it down. Once again, I'm not no chef or nothing, so I don't know the proper thing to call it, but it should stay liquid the whole time. Alright, until it gets hardened. Okay, so right now, let me see if y'all can see. You can see how light that is and how loose that is. That's what I'm saying. You watch the color and you watch the consistency of it. See how that's just spinning? How light that is? Look how that just rolls off. That's still liquid. You see how light it is and how loose it is. And I'm going to show you as we go. Right now, we at 7:44. Alright? So, stay tuned. As it start cooking and getting harder, you want to get it from around the sides and make sure you continue to get it from the bottom. Now, as you turn the fire down some more, you don't have to worry about stirring it, just standing over the pot stirring it like this. Now, you can let it cook and just stir it maybe every 5 minutes, maybe every 10 minutes. Alright? So, we just going to watch the fire. Once it start bubbling, we're going to turn it down a little bit more. Alright? Unless like I said, when I stir the bottom and I get that little piece that came up like it was actually cooking and started to stick, so now it's floating, we gonna turn it down. Alright, but I'm gonna keep y'all tuned. Alright, y'all. On the inside, it's starting to do a little bubble thing. That's letting you know it's hot. We still got it on 5. It's starting to dance. Now what's gonna happen? This syrup is gonna rise, and eventually after it starts to cook, then it's just gonna drop down and it won't rise anymore. It's just gonna continue to get thickened. But right now it's gonna rise. You're gonna continue to get all of that from around your sides. Stir your bottom and let it cook. Alright, I don't know if y'all can see, but it already rose some. This fire right now, like I said, 5 is pretty hot. And a little bit, once it get thicker, it may be a little bit too high. We're going to turn it down to 4. Alright, hold on, y'all. Alright, now what I'm showing y'all, I keep pressing pause because I'm trying not to make the video too long. But what I'm showing y'all, this is a guaranteed fail proof of making pecan candy. Now they do have a little trick to where when you think it's done, if you have like some ice water, you can drop it in there so it can be like a bowl of ice water or a cup of ice water. As long as you just have like something with some ice water in it, you drop it in there and it's supposed to get hard. Okay, or it will get hard. But like I said, with this, I done did it enough, y'all. So you ain't gotta, you know my videos is usually like learn as you go. But with this one, I done did enough trials and errors to where I guarantee y'all fail proof. If you just do the little recipe how I showed you, yeah, you good. You see how I'm stirring it? I'm going in one way, then I'm bringing it back the other way. Like I said, I ain't got to stand over it and just stir and stir and stir. I ain't got to do that. As long as it's not sticking to the bottom where it's starting to scorch, we good. Alright, so let me show you how it's bubbling up. See how it's rising? So it's going to get probably up to right there, probably like the middle. Well, it's probably at the middle of the pot now. But see how it's rising? Yeah, and then after it gets thicker, it's going to drop down and it won't be at that level no more. You're going to see it. I'm going to show you again when I stir it how it won't be up here, but you'll see that residue up there. All right, give me one moment. Okay, y'all, so y'all see with one can, this pot that I used. So if I was using 2 cans, I can still use this pot, but I would have to turn my fire down sooner because it will rise higher halfway out of the pot. So you see where it's going with just 1 can. So if I had 2 cans in here, it'll be to up here. And I had to turn the fire down, which would make it take longer. So I'm showing y'all how to get it done quick and fail proof. Alright. Now I'm using vanilla abstract. I'm pretty sure you can use almond abstract. I haven't tried it. I would like to one day. That's probably gonna be something I mess around with. It's just right now with the batches that I make, folks like to get them from me, so I'm not gonna experiment with them right now. But and also remember, I already had the wax paper set up. So that's what you will want to try to do before you even start the cooking process, all right? Because when it's time to get it on that paper, you got to get it quick. Because once it starts drying and hardening up, it's going to get hard in the pot, and it's going to be harder to get it to go onto the wax paper how you want it. Once it's getting hard, it's not going to have that smooth look anymore. It's going to go on there, but it's going to have the little lumpy look. It's not going to have that smooth top. Alright? So, yeah, I'm letting that cook. Got the wax paper ready. I got a little spoon. I'm going to show y'all the spoon when I'm ready to pour it, to kind of measure it out, how much I'm going to put on for each pecan, each candy. Alright, it's bubbling up again here. I'm going to show y'all. But that's pretty much the highest it's going to get. But like I said, I just stir that. Make sure I stir the corners of the bottom, stir the middle of the bottom, and then the top. Alright, let that cook. Then here shortly we gonna go ahead and turn it down. While this cooking, I want to take the time to thank y'all from sticking with the channel, supporting your boy. Like I said, I know I've been gone. It's been a minute since I post something. Um, just been kind of busy and crazy, y'all. But yeah, everything is good. I also want to go ahead and put this out here too. Your dream remains only a dream, only until someone is living it. Okay, y'all see how it's bubbling up? This is where you can start watching for the color change. See how it's light, but then in some spots, and like the cracks and whatnot, in those little lines, how it's getting a little dark. You can start watching that color change. Like I said, you want to stir the top, because this way it's going to start getting hard at the top. And then as it start getting hard, I'm going to show you how I stir the top. But I got to do it with 2 hands. I can't hold the phone. Stir the bottom. See how it's starting to get a little dark? You can notice it, as you cooking it. Okay, if at some point you notice that little scorching, it's only probably because your fire is too high or you're not stirring it. Okay, so then you just turn it down either way. Alright, because you don't want to have to just stand over it and stir it. But if it does get a little scorch piece in there, that's fine. It's not going to hurt your candy. Just turn the fire down when you notice it. Don't sleep on it and be like, oh, I'm going to stir it a little bit more and a little bit quicker. No, just turn it down a little bit. Like I said, if you at 5, go ahead and go to 4. If you got an electric stove. If you got a fire stove, then you just got to pretty much know your fire. Alright? I haven't had a scorch yet. It's about to be 8 o'clock. I think I'm going to go ahead and get ready to turn it down to 4. Because it's starting to get thicker. And like I said, I ain't trying to just stand here and stir this thing like this. So here I'm going to show y'all the time. Like I said, I'm going to show you the little consistency. Where it's at right now. When I'm turning it down. Yeah, it needs to go down right now. It is getting thicker. You can tell by the bubbles how it's bubbling up. It's getting real hot. Alright, it may be 7:59 when I get it going down. Unless my clock just wrong. So we just gonna follow my clock. 7:59. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it down to 8. Look at the texture. See how it's bubbling? See how it's thicker? It's not rising as much anymore. It's just bubbling up and cooking. And it is getting a little darker. Not as light as it was. That's what you want. You just continue to let it get darker. Alright, there it is, 8 o'clock. I'm going to go ahead and turn this down. Turn it down to 4. Alright. Now you can cook on 4. Alright, I can let this cook. I'm gonna stir it a little bit, but I don't have to babysit it now. Okay. So now we at 4. You see how it's not rising anymore. It was up here. Now it's way down here. Alright, and see how it's just getting thicker? Then that color starting to change? That's what we watching for now. We pretty much good now. We just letting it cook and getting darker. Like I say, we at 4 at 8:51. If it starts scorching on your stove, just turn it down to 3:30. The reason why I'm not turning it down so much, because once again, I don't want to be here all day cooking. The more you turn it down, the longer it's gonna take. Alright. Like I said, I didn't learn this thing. I didn't did it enough times. I pretty much learned the stove and the timing on, well, not the timing, but just how this whole little process go. because I don't know what time we gonna finish, so I can't see the timing. But you see how it's getting darker? If you look at the beginning of the video and look at it now, you see the color difference, and you see how it's starting to get thicker to the spoon. Yeah. Once again, that less butter had a nice little deal to do with it too. All right, y'all. It's 8:03. It gotten thicker, and I noticed one little scorch in there. So what you do is, like I said, either you're not stirring it enough, quick enough, or your fire too high. So now I'm gonna go ahead. I mean, it didn't evaporate or went down, cook back in. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it down to 330 now. Because once again, I ain't trying to turn it down too much and be here all day. Alright, so now we're down to 330 at 8:04. Here, let me show you. 8:04 at 330. And that's the texture. See how it's just getting thicker now? That's what you see that little spot right there? That's the little cooking thing right there. Let you know your fire, you need to stir it some more. Oh, so let me stir it. Let me stir it or turn it down. Let me see where we at. That's what I was glad y'all was able to see that. So you want to try to avoid those. I mean, it's not going to hurt your candy, because all it's going to end up doing is cooking back in. But that's your little guideline, letting you know how high your fire is and how quick it's cooking. Alright. So look like 330 is a bit too much, so I'm gonna bring it to 3. That should be the lowest I have. I may end up bringing it to 2 in a little bit, may, but I doubt it. Now we just letting it get its color. Let me show you the color it is now. So see how it's a little darker? We want to go darker than that. And I'm gonna show you when it's ready. And we saving the pecans for very last. I mean, some folks will tell you you can go ahead and put it in now, but honestly, I don't put it in now because I believe it changed the temperature of your pecan, of your candy. Here, let me put this phone down. Uh-oh, did we change what happened? There we go. Are we still recording? Yeah, we still cut. Okay, so it changed the temperature of your candy, and you don't want to have to wait for it to get hot all over and it start making it harden up. Also, if you put it in at the right time when it's ready, it'll cools it down, help it cools down, what makes it start hardening. Because once it gets cool, the cooler it is, the harder it is to get. Alright, so you save your pecans for last. Some people, they put it in, then you end up cooking and cooking and cooking. Save your pecans for last. Wait till you know that color is right, that texture is thick enough. Drop your pecans in, and you're ready to just go ahead, stir it in, and get it on your wax paper. So I'm telling you, that them pecans gonna make it come together. So yeah, now you just let it get darkened. Continue to stir. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna show you on how to get your sides. So you start one way and you bring your handle all the way around. Alright, you start from one side of your handle and then you go back around and pick it back up where you left off. Alright, go all the way around and then turn it back and pick up where you left off. Alright, y'all, so I'm gonna pretty much just stir it so it won't scorch up. But like I say, the fire is low now, so it's just gonna continue to get its color. But I'ma still watch it, making sure it's not scorching. Alright, y'all. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, y'all. See how dark it then got? And how thick it then got? Still not ready yet, though. Gotta let it get a little bit darker. Okay? So just continue to stir it. Make sure, see that it's thicker, it's harder to stir with one hand. But just continue to stir it. Let it get darker. And then we'll show you where to drop your pecans in there. I don't know if y'all was able to see that. Let me see. Yeah, look at that. Big difference. See how it's still loose though, like caramel? Not ready yet. Let it get a little darker. Right now, you pretty much watching for the color. If it's getting thick or darker, but it's still real loose, most likely it's because of your butter. You probably used too much butter. If once you're done and you didn't put your pecans in and the color is right, but your texture isn't right to where it takes forever to get hardened, like overnight it's not hardened, the next 30 minutes is not hardened, then you probably had too much butter. If you got that color right. See how it gotten darker? Yeah, so you want it to get a little darker. Want it to get darker. If you hit that darker point, once it get there, and your texture isn't right, it's probably the butter. Now, I won't say 9 times out of 10, but 9 times out of, I wanted to say 10, but it's a possibility. It may have been something else. But no, I'm gonna go ahead and say 9 times out of 10 then. 9 times out of 10, you use too much butter. Alright? Because if it's darker, that texture should be getting right. Because it didn't cook long. Alright? But that butter ain't cooking out. And letting it get hard. Alright? So, watch how much butter you use. Now, I do have the little ingredients for if I wanted to make more. But due to we only using 1 can, that's the ingredients we getting today, alright? Alright. Give me one moment. Alright, y'all. It's getting dark enough. Almost there. Just continue to stir it. And let it do its thing. Like I said, make sure you're getting that bottom of that pot good. If you was to tell someone that's from New Orleans, well, not just from New Orleans, but I say New Orleans because when you're doing gumbo, they'll tell you what you're doing right now is something like making a roux. You just letting that cook and get darker. That's what you do your roux. But look how thick that thing got. Look how it's sitting on the spoon. Like I said, now once we drop them pecans in, yeah, it's gonna bring it all together. It's gonna hold real good. And like I said, we're gonna have to bring it straight to the wax paper then. See, my fire's still on 3, so that's why I'm stirring it like I am now. No more just letting it sit for those little 5 minutes. And it's only 8:18, y'all, and we about done. Yeah. That wasn't even an hour. We done made pecan candy in less than an hour, y'all. Yeah. But like I said, y'all ain't gonna really find no one to break it down like I just did. Not before this video was posted. You'll probably find somebody after this video is posted. Check the dates. Check the paperwork. Yeah, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down. I'm liking this color. Liking this color. Look at that. Like how thick it is. Like I said, once it cooled down now, once I add that pecan, then drop it on that wax paper, that's how it's gonna cool down pretty much instantly, y'all. Oh yeah, we good. Some folks would say we Gucci. Oh, we straight, we squate. We got this. I say fail proof. Fail proof, y'all. Just follow it like I told you. Go from the beginning of the video. Always watch a video to the very end though before you try it that way. Because like I said, especially with my videos, most of them are learn as you go. And sometimes I have to go back on certain things to correct it, alright? So always watch a video. I'm going to say my videos. Always watch my videos to the end before you do it. Then you go back and follow it, alright? If you like what you see. But we done. Let's go ahead and turn that fire off. Turn that fire off. We done, y'all. Go. Get ready to drop these pecans in. Look at that color. You see how dark? Look how it's sticking already. Oh yeah. We gotta get the pecans in. Get the pecans in. I got some whole ones right here. Some half of ones. Whole half, whatever it is. Got some of those right there. That's for the presentation. And then I got the baby crumbs right here. The crushed up ones. That's to add a little bit more pecans to it because people love extra pecans in their thing. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and mix this in. I probably should have took it off the fire. Look how it's already it's sticking. Yeah. Fail proof, y'all. Fail proof. Look, time to get this on the wax paper. That sucker already sticking. Can't let it cool down in the pot. So go ahead, this is my spoon. Alright, y'all. Let me see if I can turn the phone that way. Alright, phone that way on the wax paper. Time to get it on. Let's get it on. Man. See, look. I waited too long. So we already got it hard. Look at that. That went too long. So now I just gotta smash it on there. So we actually could have went sooner. What it is, 7:21, 8:21. I mean, sure, we could have took that sucker off probably at like 8:15. I say fail proof. Well, one thing you don't have to worry about is it not getting hard. Like I said, we are already there. So instead of you just pouring it, going from one to the other, you gotta smash it down. But that's cool. I would rather that than to be able to pour it and then it's not getting hard. So all I got out of this one was 4 or 5. Nope, 2, 4, 6. I only got 6. If I would have took it off, I would have been able to. Look at that. That sucker already hard, y'all. I would have been able to pour it, but due to I let it go longer than it really needed to. That's what got hard quick. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you know. That's how you know you good. It's already getting hard. Once again, it's all because of how much butter I use. You seen I said I use half of a half. And look, 8:23. That wasn't even, it was just about to be an hour. I think we did it at like 8:25 or 8:35. One of them fives. But yeah, look. It's already hard. Look. Already hard. So if and that wasn't even 2 minutes of having it on the wax paper. Yeah, so after that hard enough, that's good, y'all. Boy. Like I said, you can probably take it off a little bit sooner. Probably like 5 minutes sooner. But that's it right there, y'all. If your candy ain't getting hard enough, Like, if it ain't getting hard quick, it's probably because you used too much butter. Or you just didn't let it cook long enough. But if it hit that color like I said, well, look like this batch right here. This batch right here probably won't be leaving out this house due to how it look. It ain't got that smooth look. So this pretty much just was for video use. But Chad, that's the pecan candy. Look at it. Look, listen. That me hitting that pecan candy. And it's still hot. So as it cooling off, you know that's about to harden up. Yeah. You never know what you can do if you never try to do something. Remember, Pat Man told you that.